Hi guys, it's Latoya Perry here with Ambit Energy, and what I wanted to do today is just help you guys understand your bill. I am in the Peco territory, so this is my Peco bill. In fact, this is my last bill prior to switching to Ambit Energy. So I'm going to show you guys, that are not paying attention to their bill, how much money you literally are just throwing in the trash by staying with Peco. Versus going with an alternative supplier such as Ambit. And I will also show you the comparison. I will do a full spreadsheet comparison at different usages, so you can see that when you use more, you actually are paying more with Peco and you could be saving more with Ambit Energy. Ambit Energy is an alternative supplier, and basically what that means is it's quite simple. You now have the option to choose who supply your energy to Peco. Okay, so before, Peco was the supplier and they're the distributor because they own the power line, so they're the distributor. Now you as a consumer, okay, in Peco territory, have the option to choose what supplier or which supplier that will supply your energy to Peco, who distributes it to your door. Okay, and you can choose a supplier that will charge you a cheaper rate for your energy. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you guys. Now when you go on your Peco bill, you really want to pay attention to the message center. You have a rate to compare that's right there on your message center. Okay, so whatever your rate to compare is, that's what rate you're going to be using when you're shopping for alternative supplier. For example, and I will show you what my rate to compare is for this month. Give me a second. Okay, so if you take a look at this in your messenger, everyone should have this on their bill. My rate to compare, okay, was for this month was for this bill was 0.0999 per kilowatts. Kilowatts is your usage, people. So that's how much energy you're using per month. Okay, so it may be 500 kilowatts, 600 kilowatts, 1,000 kilowatts. That's how much energy you're using every month. And the way your bill is, the supply portion of your bill is, however amount those energy usage are, they're multiplying it times this rate, okay, to get your total cost for that usage, okay, for the month. And I will show you, how Peco breaks it up on your bill. See, because I know it is confusing because you see all these other charges: generation charge, all portfolio standard charge, transmission charge. It doesn't matter. All three of those charges add up to your rate to compare, okay, which is 0.0999. Okay, but I'll go back and show you guys exactly what I'm. Alright, so back to my bill. This is my usage, okay? I use 639 kilowatts of energy for that month, okay? For the month ending 3/31/2011 to the beginning of May. This is how much energy I've used, okay? If you use more, you use less. It all depends on you. So your usage would be different than mine. But what I want to point out to you guys is these three charges right here, because a lot of people are confused. And I want you to know that Peco breaks up your rate to compare, okay, charge, which was the charge that I showed you earlier in your message center, in three components, so you can see exactly what these different charges are. But it doesn't matter. If you add these three components together, it still equals your rate to compare. And I will show it to you. It did the math for you. See? 0.0914 plus, the alt energy portfolio standard charge plus the transmission charge. It's all here. Still equal 0.0999. Okay? So when you're out shopping for rates, you want to compare this rate, the same rate that's in your message center, to all those other rates. Don't worry about breaking up these different rates and these different charges. It doesn't matter. These three rates are your supply rate added together. So I don't want to confuse you guys, because I know when you look at your bill, it's very confusing, but it's very important that you understand this portion because you're literally going to be throwing a lot of money out the door if you're staying with Peco, especially in the summertime when they increase their rate again, where these rates now are a lot more. Okay, so bear with me and I will show you guys a few examples of this. Alright guys, what I want to show you guys now is my Peco bill now with a different supplier, which is Ambit Energy. So this is my new bill, okay? This is my recent bill. As you can see, the dates right here, okay? And as you can see, you don't see a transmission charge anymore, you don't see an alt portfolio standard charge anymore, and you don't see a generation charge, okay? But it is there. It's just not being broken up in 3 components to confuse me. But you still see Peco distribution charges, which is this, okay, at whatever usage you're using. So you're going to always have a distribution charge on your bill regardless of what supplier you go with in Peco territory, because Peco owns the power line and they're still bringing the energy to your door, and they charge you a distribution charge for that. The only part that I mentioned that will change on your bill is the supply portion. I've changed supplier, so now my supplier is Ambit Energy, okay? And for my usage, okay, this is how much I'm being billed for my usage for that month. That's $50.98. Well, you're probably wondering, okay, where are they coming up with $50.98? Well, it's quite simple. My rate at Ambit is locked in at 8.7 cents. So all they're doing is multiplying my usage for that month, which is 586, times 0.087. That's how you will do 8.7 cents. And it equals $50.98. So this is where this rate is coming from. Okay? And if you are looking at your bill and wondering how this compares to Peco, well, all you would do in this case is just, again, if you're comparing this to Peco and how much money you would have saved, you know, with Ambit versus Peco, all you would do is now times this usage, which is 586, times whatever rate that's in your message center right now, okay? And Peco increased their rate, so I'm going to show you guys how much it will be. Okay, they increased their rate to this again. Look at your bill. You can verify everything that I'm saying. Look at your bill in your message center. You see your rate to compare is this. So if I was with Peco, this here would be $58.65. This charge right here. Okay, that would have made my bill $8 more. Okay, but let me show you guys the bigger picture here. Let me show you guys just a few examples, and hopefully you guys will get me.